Hey, Skull Vikings Nation. What's up, my purple-blooded warriors? Can you feel that electric buzz in the air? Like we're one snap away from turning this brutal start into a roaring comeback? I'm your die-hard Vikings fan, fired up and ready to dive deep into the latest from Vikings news. Yeah, those gut-wrenching updates that have us all pacing the sidelines. Picture this. Our boys in purple have been hit harder than a blindside blitz in the first 2 weeks of 2025. With injuries, illnesses, and suspensions piling up like a fumbled snap. But hold on to your horns, because today's breakdown on the injury report and that massive offensive line shakeup could be the spark we need to crush the Bengals this Sunday. Who's with me? Stick around as we unpack every twist. You won't believe the quiet confidence brewing. Let's charge in. Man, if Week 1's thriller in Chicago felt like a Viking raid gone right, Week 2's 22-6 thud against Atlanta was the hangover we didn't see coming. Our offense, which racked up 27 points in the opener, sputtered like a cold engine, totaling just 200 yards while the Falcons' pass rush feasted with 6 sacks. Stats don't lie, folks. We've allowed the 5th highest pressure rate in the league at 38.2%, per Pro Football Focus, turning our shiny new $60.5 million offensive line investment into a question mark faster than you can say sack dance. And it's not just numbers. It's the heart watching J.J. McCarthy, our young gunslinger, take hits that no rookie should endure. But here's the hook that keeps me up at night. With Carson Wentz stepping in under center, can this battered squad summon the grit to protect him and unleash hell on Cincy's D? Drop your predictions in the comments. Wentz for MVP or total chaos. As we gear up for that Week 3 showdown at US Bank Stadium, the big question isn't if we'll show fight. It's who'll be suiting up to lead the charge. We've got 12 players on the injury report, more than 20% of our 53-man roster nursing bumps and bruises, according to the official Vikings site. Defensively, we've lost pieces like linebacker Blake Cashman to a hamstring that sidelined him after one game, and Jeff Okudah's concussion kept him out early, though the good news is he's cleared to return Sunday. Safety Harrison Smith's been battling illness, missing snaps we desperately need from our veteran captain. But offense? That's where the real war stories are. And trust me, Vikings fans, this tale of trenches and tenacity is just getting started. What position worries you most right now? Hit me back. Our offensive line was supposed to be the fortress this year, rebuilt with high hopes after last season's woes. But it's been more like a leaky longship so far. Christian Darrisaw, that 2021 first-round beast with 85 career starts and all-pro flashes, hasn't sniffed the field yet, still grinding through rehab from his 2024 season-ending knee surgery, think ACL tear that robbed us of 200-plus pass-blocking snaps last year. Hope soared he'd debut in Chicago, but reality hit like a Joe Burrow rocket. He's questionable entering Week 3, logging limited practices all week. Without him, we've shuffled replacements like a deck of cards, exposing backups to blitzes that turned our protection into Swiss cheese. Fans, remember how Darrisaw shut down Myles Garrett in 23? That's the anchor we crave. Do you think he's primed to drop the hammer on the Bengals? Then Week 2 drops the hammer on us harder. Newly signed center Ryan Kelly, our $13 million free agent prize who anchored Indy for years with 95.3 PFF grades, exits early with a concussion after just 22 snaps against Atlanta. And in a cruel twist, his backup, Darrisaw stand-in left tackle Justin Skule, who stepped up with 62 pass block wins last season, joins him in protocol after a helmet-to-helmet hit. Suddenly, an already thin front is down 2 starters, forcing third-stringer David Quessenberry at LT and Garrett Bradbury pulling double duty. We've surrendered 12 pressures in 2 games, ranking us 28th league-wide, and it's killing drives before they start. Brutal, right? But here's the fire. These guys are warriors? Who steps up next? Or are we one more hit from total rebuild mode? Flash to Friday's full-team practice at TCO Center, and for one glorious hour, it felt like the gods of Asgard smiled on us. The entire projected starting O-line, all 5 behemoths, drilling reps together for the first time in 2025. ESPN's Kevin Seifert broke it on X first. Darrisaw anchoring left, Ed Ingram at guard, Bradbury snapping at center, Brian O'Neill owning right tackle, and Will Fries sliding in at the other guard spot after our offseason tweaks. It was poetry 11-on-11s where McCarthy, Wait, no, Wentz dropped back with cleaner pockets, hitting Justin Jefferson on slants that popped for 15 yards. For a fan base that's watched 45% of our snaps with makeshift lines, this was hope in shoulder pads. But as Seifert tweeted, all 5 bigs out there, Vikings OL looking whole. My heart raced. Could this be the turning point? Yet, just like a Viking saga, triumph twists to tension minutes after that tweet lights up timelines. The official injury report drops like a thunderclap, ruling out Kelly and Skule for Cincinnati. Both still foggy from concussions, Kelly's symptoms lingering per team docs, meaning no clearance under the NFL's strict protocol that mandates full cognitive baselines. Skule, our reliable swingman with 28 career starts, faces the same wait and see, potentially out till Europe games in October. It's a gut punch. Kelly's 78.4 run-blocking grade was our engine, and without him, Bradbury's snapping under duress jumps our false start rate to 9%. Worst in the NFC North. Vikings news is buzzing. This reshuffles our depth to third stringers again, testing if practice magic holds. Fans, does this crush morale or fuel the underdog fire? Sound off. Darrisaw's arc this week. Pure drama, my fellow Skull Squad. The 6 feet 5 inches Minnesota native, who stonewalled 92% of bull rushes in his career, finally got a full go Wednesday, his first unrestricted reps since surgery. Looking explosive in footwork drills that had coaches nodding. Thursday's vet rest day was planned. No panic, but Friday's return? Forecasted. Sure, but seeing him anchor against Danielle Hunter's scout team rushes boom. 0 pressures in 12 dropbacks sent chills. Media whispers all week hinted at a Bengals debut, with O'Connell telling reporters, Christian's moving like his old self. Yet post-practice, Darrisaw's own words temper the hype. I'm day-to-day, feeling good but not forcing it, gotta be smart. Humble King, after missing 18 games last year, his 3.1 yards per carry allowed on runs is a stat we can't afford to relive. Questionable tag or not, Darrisaw's potential return isn't just a body, it's a statement. Imagine him versus Trey Hendrickson, Cincy's edge rusher with 17.5 sacks last season. Darrisaw's held elite rushers to under 5% pressure rates. If he plays, our line's pass pro grade leaps from 62.4 to projected 78 per analytics, giving Wentz the time to sling it to Jefferson for those 50-50 balls. But if he's sidelined, back to Brandel or Rouse, and we've seen that movie, 8.2 sacks allowed in 2 games. The quiet confidence in the locker room, it's real, fueled by film sessions where Darrisaw's dissecting Bengals tendencies. What if this is the moment he reclaims his throne? Who's betting on a pick-six off a screen to Aaron Jones? Wait, hold that thought. Shifting trenches, but the pain's the same. J.J. McCarthy's ankle sprain from that third-quarter scramble against Atlanta. A 16-yard gain turned nightmare when Caden Ellis wrapped him up. High ankle, sources say, week to week for 2 to 4 weeks. No IR stint yet, but he's ruled out Sunday, per O'Connell. Our golden boy, fresh off a son's birth and a Week 1 hero ball with 278 yards and 2 TDs, now watches from the sideline after just 1.5 strong quarters in 8 played. QBR dipped to 20.4, dead last among starters, but blame the line 23 pressures faced, per next-gen stats. Carson Wentz slides in, the vet with 10 straight seasons starting somewhere, bringing that 2017 Eagles fire where he went 11-2 before his own knee woe. Wentz's career 93.5 passer rating could steady us, but can he gel with our receivers sans Addison? McCarthy's setback stings deeper after missing his entire rookie year to that preseason meniscus tear. He's played 8 quarters, thrown for 412 yards, but taken 9 sacks. O'Connell's adamant, purely injury, not performance. JJ's our guy long-term. With Wentz prepping first-team reps, think quick releases like his 68% completion clip in KC last year. But Vikings news alerts. This elevates backups like Max Brosmer, our undrafted rookie who lit up camp. The offense's rhythm? Shot 0 TDs in the second half versus Atlanta. Fans, heartbreaking or hidden blessing for JJ to study film. Would you rush him back? Now, the skill positions, where our purple pride takes another arrow to the chest. Jordan Addison, that electric 2023 first-rounder with 70 catches and 17 TDs in 2 years, sits out his final game of a 3-game suspension for the NFL's substances of abuse policy, stemming from that July 2024 DUI plea to a lesser wet reckless charge. He's missed Chicago and Atlanta, costing us 911 potential receiving yards based on his 13.4 YPC average. No facility access, just remote film, but he's eligible week 4 in Dublin. Imagine him torching Pitt secondary for 100-plus yards. Without him, Jefferson's doubled every snap, dropping our explosive plays from 18% to 11%. Brutal void, but Jalen Naylor stepped up with 4 grabs for 58 yards last week. Who's filling that WR2 spark till then? And the gut-wrencher, Aaron Jones, our $20 million hammer who rushed for 1,138 yards last year, hits IR with a hamstring strain from week 2 out minimum 4 games, per the Vikings announcement. Just 13 carries for 46 yards this season, plus that clutch 27-yard TD catch in opener, and poof gone till at least week 7. Hamstrings are tricky. Blake Cashman's similar tweak cost us 4 games already. Jordan Mason, our March trade acquisition from SF, inherits RB1 with 24 carries for 98 yards so far, boasting a 51.9% rushing success rate when on field. We signed Cam Akers to the practice squad for depth, and Ty Chandler's knee keeps him sidelined. Jones' absence tanks our ground game from 4.2 YPC to projected 3.8. Ouch. Vikings fans, does Mason become a star? Or are we pass-heavy till AJ returns? Defensive dings add fuel to the fire. Harrison Smith, our 35-year-old shutdown safety with 34 INTs and 15 picks, questionable with illness that's kept him out since week 1, robbing us of 72 tackles last year. Austin Keys, our promising LB, limited with an undisclosed tweak, while Andrew Van Ginkel's concussion protocol exit after week 1's hit leaves our pass rush at 2.0 sacks per game, 22nd in the league. Jeff Okudah is back from his own concussion, a bright spot with his 78.2 coverage grade. But positives? Van Ginkel's progressing, full Friday reps, potentially teeing up a Bengals blindside. We've held foes to 18 points per game, but without these vets, Cincy's Jake Browning, yes, backup QB after Burrow's turf toe IR, could carve us up. Resilient or ragged? Your call below. Wrapping this injury odyssey, let's zoom on the bright spots piercing the purple clouds. Kudah's return? Huge. His shutdown of Amon-Ra St. Brown last year held to 3 catches, and with Addison out, we need every cover corner. Van Ginkel, post-concussion, logged full sessions Friday, his 9.5 sacks in 24 energy back to Hunt Browning. Even Darrisaw's forecasted debut whispers promise. If he and O'Neal bookend, our pressure allowed drops 15% per models. And Wentz, the guy started for 6 teams, 156 TDs. He texted O'Connell, ready to roll. We've added Desmond Ridder at QB for depth, too. Stats say resilient squads win 65% of bounce-back games. Are we that? Vikings News says yes, this Sunday's our raid. We've weathered storms before, Skull Fam. Remember 98's miracle run from 0 to 4? This 1-1 start, battered as it is, screams turnaround. With 12 on the report but key pieces like Okudah and maybe Darrisaw rallying, Wentz slinging to Jefferson, projected 95 yards per ESPN, and Mason pounding for 80-plus on the ground, we can stuff the Bengals' 4.1 YPC attack. Suspense builds. Will Kelly clear protocol midweek? Jones hammy heal fast? The narrative's ours to script, a gritty 24-17 W that quiets doubters. What's your bold prediction for U.S. Bank? Jefferson house call or Mason stiff arm TD? As we lace up for Cincy, remember, Vikings don't fold, we forge. This injury report's a battle map, not a white flag, with storytelling grit from our O-line's Friday unity to Wentz's vet savvy. We're primed to plunder. But hey, what fresh Vikings news twist am I missing? Burrow's IR opens doors. Per latest alerts, Cincy's D-line rookie Shamar Stewart's ankle has them vulnerable. Pumped? You should be. Skull forever. All right, Purple Army. That's your deep dive into the chaos and comeback brewing in Vikings news. From Darrisaw's dance to Jones' setback, we've got the ammo to roar back. If this fired you up like a purple people eater sack, smash that like button. Drop your hottest take in the comments. Wentz MVP or bust. Subscribe for daily Skull scoops, and share this with your fellow Hornheads. Let's pack US Bank Sunday and show the league why we're unbreakable. Skol, Vikings. Who's ready to bleed purple?